high school freshman is finally able to attend class with his friends, all because of a robot. Now he has a kidney. That's amazing. The city with the second highest crime rate in the country is cutting its police force. 100 more Americans like the way that President Obama is doing his job. A CNN opinion research poll out this morning shows that his approval rating is now at 53%. That is up 5 percentage points since late December. 59% now think that he's able to handle a crisis, and 53% make that 57% consider him a strong and decisive leader. Now, this poll was done after President Obama's speech at a memorial for the shooting victims in Tucson, Arizona. Are the first 2 years of college just a complete waste? There's a study in USA Today that says for many students, they're a waste of time and a waste of money. Jane on Facebook feels like it was a complete waste. You got an opinion about this? Go to CNN.com/Robin, where you can email or Facebook, or you can tweet me directly at Robin Meade.
There's some truth to it. When you can't take the classes you want, you just go play hacky sack.
He speaks with experience.
For 2 years.
Brett Favre is retiring again. Stop me if you've heard this one before. I wonder how real it is this time. Hi, Rafer.
Well, and that's the thing, Robin. Your first reaction is, really? Is it really, really happening? And who knows with this guy, okay? He's done this.
You know, a 5-year-old boy in North Carolina has a genetic disorder that stops him from speaking. But now, well, you can buy the same app for only $7. Other devices for kids who cannot talk cost thousands. WikiLeaks may release info about how some of the rich and famous reportedly skipped paying taxes. Yesterday, a former Swiss banker gave WikiLeaks info on about 2,000 offshore banking records. He says that they belong to major companies, politicians, and celebs from the United States and elsewhere. The banker goes on trial tomorrow for allegedly breaking Swiss banking secrecy laws. The woman just won a beauty pageant, and she says it's a great opportunity to go on with life. Here's Jim Lentz with Cleveland affiliate WEWS. And I hope that I can start you off on a good note here and get your brain going. I'm Robin Meade. Welcome. You know, the drinking water in parts of Nebraska is apparently radioactive, and the uranium levels are rising.
Water up almost to the doorknob.
I've never seen anything like this at all. This is like terrible. It was really scary.
Well, a car reportedly drove off a highway and into a creek, but nobody was injured. More flooding's expected as the warmer temperatures melt the snowpack. China's president arrives in Washington today, and some call it the most important visit by a foreign leader in 30 years. He's going to meet with President Obama tomorrow about a number of big issues. Now, both sides have complaints about how the other country is managing its economy. The U.S. also wants China to do more to control North Korea. The Miami bomb squad and the FBI spent almost 2 hours searching an American Airlines plane after some kind of a suspicious item was seen in the baggage compartment. Well, now an airline spokesperson says that empty fuse holders were found, which, by the way, they are not explosive devices. So far, no explanation on how they got on to the Argentina to Miami flight. Quick programming note, Nancy Grace is now on from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Sunday. Now, the second hour will be her live show, Nancy Grace, America's Missing. Find 50 people in 50 days. The show airs at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on HLN. Prettier people tend to be smarter than the average person. What? Well, that's a new study out of England, and it shows that research shows that the connection between beauty and brains is even stronger in men. Now, how much money your parents make, though, and their education also affects your intelligence level. They only looked at people from the United States and the UK. Don't you think it's a crock?
I do think it's a crock. I got 2 words for you. Levi Johnson.
He's kind of pretty, and yet man can't speak.
Right.
Cannot speak.
So there you go. Boom. There goes that.
What I was going to say was I think it's a crock that that your parents' income and intelligence would affect yours. Just seems so unfair. I mean, who cares about...
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't think about that.
I suppose that you get maybe a better college if you can afford it. But and I suppose that genetics, if they're smart, you should be smart. But as you can see, that's not always the case.
No, it's not. It truly is not.
Hello.
Good morning, Rob. Hi. Let me show you what's happening now. We do have that big storm off the coast. It's right around Cape Hatteras, but look at the rain pulling on by. This weather brought to you by Precise from the makers of Tylenol. Let me show you the big story for you today, because it's not just the winter weather here, but it extends all the way up through Maine. You can see the winter storm warning stretching back through northern New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania, and then edging out towards D.C. Those advisories expire later on this morning, so do the warnings, but the whole shield of snow is working in towards lower New York State, getting back into Connecticut, Rhode Island later on. You're getting that freezing rain. It's also getting into New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, too. Massachusetts as well. Look at some of the temperatures into the 40s now when you get very close to New York. It's still 31 in NYC, reporting light freezing rain. Light rain now in Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington. So things beginning to change out, transition just a bit. Look at the rain around Detroit. That's going to mix in with some snow, and the temperatures behind it way cooler. So you're watching for all that snow coming down across the UP. Also around Michigan, about 3 to 6 inches of snow. That's what you're going to get out of that real quickly. Down to the south, your cold front goes right through Memphis. Here's your rain, though, and it's heavy times into Nashville, getting into Kentucky, edging through northern Alabama, in towards Atlanta. Let me take you live to Atlanta Tower Cam. Get a look at this. We're going to see some delays at the airport. The reason why? Low-level fogginess and cloud cover. You can see what it looks like in Centennial Olympic Park. But at least we're not iced in. The high today about 50 degrees. Where we will be iced in, again, the North Carolina mountains, and also where you have the real cold temperatures. Feels like minus 20 to minus 30 near Fargo, North Dakota. Wind chill advisories. More coming up in a bit. Robin.
I don't know about you, but when I go to the drugstore, you know, the pharmacy, and you go over to the refrigerator, I always check the expiration dates because more often than not, the food's expired sometimes.
Well, you know, expired drugs are a little more potent, right?
Yeah. You can pick up, though, more than a bag of chips or aspirin or your prescription at some drugstores now. Some of them are offering food. I mean, like sushi. And then how one thief reportedly stole a car from a woman in labor. He did not.
Can I hack in?
Hacky sack. Venus Williams' outfit of the Australian Open is causing a stir again. You cannot hacky sack in this thing.
No, you cannot. This is very constricting. And I'll give her credit because, you know what? We're talking about her clothing that she designed. This was her. No. Anybody? Bloomers?
Bloomers, tights, whatever you call them.
That's what she was wearing underneath.
Oh, not shorts.
I call them shorts, you call them...
The concert, the ticket prices could be a whole lot cheaper. HLN money expert Clark Howard explains why. Dog on a leash dragged an 11-year-old Long Island girl on the thin ice tend to be smarter than the average person. At least that's what a new study out of England shows. Research shows that the connection between a higher IQ and your looks is even stronger if you're a man. But researchers also found things like family, income, and parents' education have a stronger link to how intelligent you are.
See, I told you, I'm smart. I'm not dumb like they say.
He did that for Jen. He sang you a song once, bought you beer. All right, John's going to be on the new Celebrity Apprentice, which premieres March. From country singer-songwriter John Rich. He's been part of USO concerts, and he's got a big heart when it comes to the troops.
Hey, y'all, this is John Rich, and I got a message for all of our men and women out there in uniform. We appreciate you. We think about you more than you know. We want you to come back safe. We know you're doing a job that has to be done and a job that's so tough and so dangerous. Come on back here when you get a chance. Come to Nashville. I'll sing you a country song and buy you a beer. Salute to you.
And he will, too. He did that for Jen. He sang you a song once, bought you beer. All right, John's going to be on the new Celebrity Apprentice, which premieres March 6th. Have you heard about this group of Celebrity Apprentice? Oh, my God.
No.
It's got, like, Nene from Atlanta Housewives, Gary Busey, Star Jones,
Wow.
Dionne Warwick. I mean, it's just like, wow. Wow, that's all I have to say. Jose Canseco, I mean, the list of people. You know they didn't get along, all of them. All right, imagine you're at a game with your family and the team mascot goes on the field at halftime and gets lap dances from different women. Lap dances, Raver?
Yeah, Robin, and maybe somewhere somebody's going, you're fired over this, but right now they are apologizing. The Boston Blazers lacrosse team says they're sorry, and this was a bad idea. We're showing you cell phone video. There's their mascot, Scorch, sitting in a chair. The team arranged for 3 different women in hiked-up dresses to dance around Scorch, and then they competed to give Scorch the best lap dance. Needless to say, fans were a little upset, a little surprised. Some say they're never coming back.
Yeah, we were blown away. My wife, both of us didn't really know what to say, and then we kind of got into distraction mode, trying to distract the 2 girls so that they weren't watching what was actually going on.
Team is apologizing. They released this statement, which reads, in part, the Boston Blazers halftime act for Saturday's game was clearly not executed according to plan. We are extremely disappointed with the elements of the halftime show.
Well, what was the plan?
I guess this was the plan, because this is what they arranged. You know, it's not like, wait, it wasn't like that in rehearsal. I mean, they planned to do it, and it was just a bad idea.
Who is the brainless one? You know what I mean? Hello. All right, that was, you know, that was fast. Last hour, we told you about how Facebook app developers could get a hold of your phone number and your home address. Well, now, this just in about Face from Facebook. The changes are on hold. Jennifer, you have power.
Oh, yeah. Facebook doing a 180 on this latest privacy update. Say you click a popular app, Mafia Wars, Top Friends. It always asks, are you okay with sharing your info and your friends' info? Well, Facebook quietly changed that. Not only were they going to share that, they were going to pass around your home address and your phone number to all those companies. And there have been reports that those companies were selling it to other companies. If you didn't want your information passed all around, then you've got to take that information out of your profile. Well, I'll tell you, almost as soon as we were reporting this news, and other places too, Facebook changed their mind. They said they were turning this feature off for now, but they did say they were going to fix it and turn it back on in a few weeks. So something to keep in mind. If you want to keep that information private, don't put it in your Facebook account. All right, let's go to travel trends. The freezing cold, snow across 70% of the country last week may have you thinking about some kind of a getaway, and that could be a big ski trip, a wintry trip, or maybe it's a beach to get the heck out of winter. So I asked for some great winter holiday traveling tips from experts David Lytle from Frommers and Adam Anderson from Expedia, and they talked about some good ideas.
If you're a skier and snowboarder like I am, Colorado is the place to go this winter. We're seeing tremendous deals at all the major destinations in Colorado, like Telluride, Breckenridge, Aspen, big hotel deals there.
One of the things we always recommend every year, because they're often overlooked, are national parks. The U.S. national parks in the wintertime are gorgeous. Yosemite's fantastic. Yellowstone is really fantastic. The elk come down out of the mountains. You see them grazing in the fields to get food. Prices are lowered oftentimes on lodges because fewer people consider even going there.
Are there some destinations that are really cheap right now?
There's a company called Go Today that is a packager, and they do these really great packages primarily in Europe. But they have one in England that is a fly-in drive, and it starts for under $600, and it includes your airfare and a rental car for a week. And you can sort of drive anywhere you want. You pay for your own accommodations.
Now, but what about other favorite sunny spots for you?
Caribbean, obviously. I mean, Dominican Republic has consistently been a very affordable destination. Puerto Rico, you don't even need a passport to go there because it's, you know, it's an American territory.
If they want to get a good deal, when's a good time?
Well, I always tell people, you know, sooner the better. You want to do it early, but you know, there are some last-minute deals too. Well, always book your flight and hotel together. That's a great way to save money all year round. And in particular, we're seeing great deals of flight and hotel together to the Big Island of Hawaii, Cancun, Maui, and Dominican Republic.
And I also really loved the tip about the national parks. Millions of Americans could have trouble getting health insurance, but it's the timing of this government announcement that has some people upset. Baby, let's go.